snatched that wallet up and I ran home. Told me to believe or not to believe. A person's paradigm is like a window through which they see the world. I grew up in a home where it seemed like we didn't believe anything. We never went to church, never read a single religious book. My parents never told me to believe or not to believe anything. Education was purely academic and secular. Literally, I don't remember God ever being mentioned in our home. But strangely enough, or maybe it's not so strange, we did believe in something. One day when I was about, I think I was 6 years old, I went down the street to play at a friend's house. And as I was approaching the house, I saw this big, fat wallet full of cash on the driveway by his dad's car. Wow, I had never seen that much money before. I snatched that wallet up and I ran home. Man, was I nervous. For days in my bedroom, I hovered over that wallet, engaged in a massive struggle. And after spending just $1 on some candy, I couldn't take the heat any longer. So early one morning, I crept up to my friend's house, laid the wallet on the driveway, and ran home like somebody was chasing me. All that moral activity was going on in my 6-year-old brain without any religious education. So I did believe something, even as a kid growing up in a totally non-religious home. You might even say that I had the beginnings of a worldview. Now, what I'd like to suggest is that everybody on the planet believes something. Each of us holds within our minds what is sometimes called a paradigm, as in paradigm shift. The term comes from the Greek word paradigma. Para simply means beside, and the word digma means a pattern or a model of some kind. So a person's paradigm is basically the model held in the mind to represent what they believe about reality. Or think about it like this. A person's paradigm is like a window through which they see the world. It's the set of fundamental ideas that form the structure of a person's worldview or belief system. But now, check this out. With almost 7 billion people living in our world, you'd think that there would be a countless number of belief systems. But it turns out that there are pretty much only 6. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mean to suggest that this is overly simplified. Of course, there are numerous different philosophies and religions, but here's the thing. All of them boil down to one of 6 basic ideas regarding what's up in our universe. Paradigm 1 is what's called materialism, or more to the point, atheism. There's no God, and life is merely a biological accident with no meaning whatsoever. Paradigm number 2 is what's called pantheism. The idea here is that nature itself is God, and there's no personal God distinct from nature. Number 3 is what we're going to call appeasement theism. It's a mouthful, but it basically means that God is a bloodthirsty tyrant, and we're all pretty much in trouble unless we can find a way to placate his wrath. Paradigm number 4 is deterministic theism. In this worldview, the basic idea is that God is all about control. Everything that happens is by his sovereign will, all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The 5th worldview is called deism. God made the world and then abandoned it, just left us to our own devices and demise. He's not involved in our lives at all. And paradigm number 6 is what we're going to call benevolent theism, sometimes characterized as free will theism. In this view, God is love, and He made us for love, which means that He had to design us with free will as our fundamental mode of operation. It's a short list, I know, but try it sometime. Take a moment to stop and think about which worldview you might hold. I think you'll find that we all fit into one of the six. It's as if each one of us is standing at a window looking out over the world. We all have at least a gut-level picture of the world, of reality, of God, and of ourselves. And even if we can't articulate what we believe, we do believe something. We at least feel the picture that we hold in our hearts, and we live by the dictates of its emotional weight. It drives us, whether we can name it or not, explain it or not, to act the way we act and to be who we are. You know, I put that wallet back because on some level in my 6-year-old heart, I believed it was wrong to keep it. It's unavoidable. We believe things. So, what do you believe? What's your paradigm?